Hello, here is BB Walker. I hope you are doing well. Today a video about some crazy idea which is connecting the Yamaha PSR S670 with guitar effects, looper and sound processor. That could be useful for many interesting things, combining those two devices without the guitar. So let's get started. Okay, at the beginning I will create some live demonstration, and then I will explain actually what's going on up there and how to set up all those things together. So let's try it. Alright, so it was a pretty long demonstration, but I would like to show you all the advantages that we have achieved in here. And now I'll explain all the tricks, ticks, connections and stuff. So basic thing is that I have used an two output from Yamaha PSR. I mean, there are left and right outputs, so you can use one output for one thing and the second for another. And let me put this thing somewhere else, and I will show you how it looks like in here. So basically the output left goes to the looper and output right goes to the mixer. I mean the Zoom G3Xn, because the basic stuff which I would like to achieve is to have this part from here separated from part for looper and separated for microphone. I actually don't use microphone in this demonstration. I don't want to make all of this very complex. However, you can record all this stuff simultaneously and on the separated tracks. It is very useful then in mixing, in post-production, because you are able to, combine the levels of each track separately and so on. So basically what's going on up there and how I am achieving such a great thing, as you can see in the demonstration, because the loop that I was playing, sorry, I have deleted this loop. However, as you can hear, the loop was recorded without the drums. How this is possible? Because, you know, the output from Yamaha is stereo. However, the drums also goes with to the looper. And how to, you know, prevent to have the, you know, sound of the drums without having it on the loop. The trick is that you are using mixer in here. Let's take a look about my mixer, but not go to effect, then we will explain it later. But and standard, not compressor, this is here. It's called mixing console panel part. And let's take a look in here. I put the style. In my condition, style is only the drums. So I put it only on the left speaker, which means go to left channel. Don't go to looper. I only listen this here, and also by this studio monitor to have more gain. Everything on the output is on the mixer. However, this is not important. You can use this stuff without the mixer. The trick is that you put style on one channel, and the voice you can put on the center, or you just go with the left voice, for example right voice, and change by knob here on the right. And now only the right speaker plays the voice and the left plays the drums. And only the left, the right, actually how you set up. However, only one channel, mono, goes to the looper. And in the looper, you get this stuff, which is here. First, the rhythm. The rhythm BPM must be set the same like in our style which I'm playing. I was discussing this stuff on another video about how to synchronize looping with guitar and drums. However, if you use this thing, you have this great advantage of timing. Of course, this volume is set to 0 because I don't want to hear this pure drums from this device, from Zoom. I only want to hear the Yamaha drums. And the advantage of this is I could in live just take, you know, go back to this demonstration and check. I was disabling the rhythm for a moment using the channel buttons, and I'm mixing live because the loop is still playing only this basic chord progression, and only this is on the loop. Of course, I can overdub with bass, as you can see, or add some, you know, strings and so on. Then I make, maybe I will demonstrate it. So I actually start the rhythm 100. Here I also start the rhythm. However, the volume is 0, start. And it's counting. And if you press it in a moment, it will start counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. But only this stuff, I could even disable it, and on my loop is only the chord progression. Then I could add some, soloing part, or by pressing overdub. And everything goes to the loop. By pressing 2 times, I can undo and go back to this previous standard first loop. 1, 2, 3, and. The advantage of this concept is that you have completely free about mixing drums. I mean, you can use transition, breaking, whenever you want to do this. You can also, use another layer of channeling, but you are always synchronized with this. Of course, if you stop the rhythm, you need to start it in a rhythmic. But you can see here these LEDs. They are blinking and they are showing you where you are. And so you play the loop. You can change instrument. And play with this. So the first, tip which I show you already is to use mixer and going to panel part. So press mixer as long as you will see something like this, and go with styles to left channel completely. With voices you can go to center or to right channel. Actually it depends, because the drums is only recorded by this device. So if you want to have separated, for post-production and nice, not live performance, bar for the studio song composing in live, it is also a great idea to have, separated drums and separated basic chord progression. And the another trick which you need to enable in here to achieve this nice setup is of course to go to effects and disable completely reverb. Why this is important? This is here actually. I will, go here. This is very important to set to 0 from style. Because why? The Yamaha has this feature that if you, enable the reverb, which is at the default level about 64, and play the rhythm, it goes here to the left channel. However, if you listen carefully on the right channel, you will have this echo, this reverb. I don't know it's a bug of the software or it's just the feature that they are about. Even if you put the style to right pan, to right speaker, or left, or I always confusing with left right. However, if you put all the style drums to left part and enable reverb, some of the sound will appear in here. It could be seen on the monitoring. Now I'm starting only the drums. As you can see, the snare, this hi-hats showing on the right. And the trick how to, disable it is just go with this reverb down to 0. And now there is nothing on the right channel. If you start playing, you will have this, part, tenor, sax, whatever. So this is actually those two very important tricks that you need to be aware of. And what actually you can do with this configuration at all. So when I explained you all these things, to use, because normally there is only one stereo output from the Yamaha to, loopers, external loopers. Now I'm planning to buy a loop station from Boss, for example. But before I buy it and, invest my money, I would like to check how it's possible to connect with Yamaha with external loopers. And I use this Zoom, because I already have it, so I don't need to, spend more money to be aware how it could be connected. However, my goal was to always have the separated, chord progression, so this. separated from the drums. Why this is so important? Because if you record everything mixed up, so the drums with the loop, you will have the drums over the drums, and if you make a fill, it will be always with this basic rhythm. It's very bad for live performance. It's impossible to use, drums. Of course, you can use drums from the Zoom, but the drums are very awful. And one of the viewers asked me about how to set this pattern. So I will do this because I have promised. I need a little bit reconfiguration. So because I haven't spoken anything about the patch that I'm using here. So let's go back to this patch. This patch is called Loopy, whatever. And if you enter to the details by pressing this memory strum, you will see that the trick is, of course, this is input from Yamaha. And we don't want to have anything on the chain, any delays, any distortion and stuff like this, because we want to have this sound pure with rhythmic and looper only. So now forget about this patch and let's go to find some empty place, for example in here, and let's do this from scratch, because one of you have asked how to make this rhythmic parts changing. So basically, if you find an empty patch and you would like to make it again, go with this strum memory, and as you can see now there is line, nothing on the chain. So everything which in goes here, no effects, and go out to the speaker, mixer, whatever, or earphone. This is output. This is input. So actually it goes here, go, nothing to do, and go out to the speaker. But if you want to add something, you can use, of course, browsing up, down. You can also go down. There are loopers and stuff like this. If you want to browse it faster, you can use, up and down, and then you will be browsing through categories, and you stop loopers and you have some looper selection. So let's go somewhere, for example, to loopers. And what loopers do we have? We got looper stereo, looper mono 2 units, which is more convenient to operate because you get 2 buttons to start, stop recording and changing parameters. So you actually select what do you want and then change this parameters section. And the guy who asked about how to change these parameters probably have seen something like this, and he don't want how to enter the details, the parameters of the patch. This is 2-unit patch, 2-unit effect. So to enter it, you are pressing this knob for selection, and now you are in the selection. Very important thing in the looper is to set the volume from default 80 to 100. This 100% means the signal input power that comes to input will be put out of the loop in no change. If you have this default value 80%, it will be quieter of 20%. So of course we want to have the same sound volume, sound level. And of course the undo is okay. It's a time manual, which means if you start, you record, stop, and you play. And as I said in the video about Zoom H4, before you use the looper, it's very useful to add here rhythmic part. So to go rhythmic, if you have this empty line, go down, and this you have this rhythm, and the guy don't know how to change pattern range. So the trick is you pressing this, and now you are into rhythmic parts. Volume is 80, so if you play it, down. These rhythms are very dumb. I mean, they're okay. However, then they don't have this nice fill in, fill up. And to change this, patterns, you are using this first knob, and you are, changing to rock. Dun.
stop. Of course, here is the BPM. Under this you can attach the BPM, and the trick is, if you have the same BPM like 120 and go with volume down to 0 and put this before the looper, to change it you go into menu, then you select chain, you are pressing, you are moving here, and confirm, and go with menu again. As you can see, now I'm switching this pattern. So rhythmic is here. Now it's completely silent. It is silent when you are using another drum machine like this Yamaha, but for practicing only with the Zoom, you need to, of course. And then again, there is no details, so press the knob, go to details, put some volume, change, whoa, and do and something like this. So this is actually the patch prepared for this configuration. Volume to 0 because I would like to have only this indicator and this time matching with this looper. This is very important stuff, because if you don't use it, you delete this rhythm and start using looper, it is very, very difficult to hit in a proper timing, because if you start it, it cuts the time measure to this distance bits. These bars. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you start in the proper timing, this is counting down 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. It plays exactly these 4 bars, nothing more, nothing less, which means you will never go out of the tempo. And this is very, very important stuff. So to summarize all this stuff together in this video, if you take an output from one channel as a drum to record only, or listen to the speakers, and the voices to right channel, and you will go into input and prepare such a patch where there is no delay effects, only these rhythmic parts, and 2-unit mono looper to use it, you can independently record loops, play the loops, playing with drums with completely no interruptions, because this device will only hold the chord progression, the voices, left hand actually, no drums, no styles. Of course, if you want to use style, of course, use the style, but do not record style on the looper. On the looper, you only want to record the chord progression. Of course, in some cases, when you don't want to have this multi-track recording, you can record everything. But looping drums over the drums will cause, the mess. I can show you how this look like if you stop everything clear. So hold, clear, and let's go to something where now the rhythmic part is left, right. There is no changes. So all the style is go to center, and you will see what will happen now. 180, this is 130, so we need to synchronize. One, two, three, and I use my 1, 2, 3, 4. you can hear the difference. This incoming rhythmic was only kicks, but it has been recorded on the loop. So this is not good, because you cannot have the pure sound without drums. This is why the recommended way is to record on the left and right channel and only looping, you know, only one channel, and the drums leave on the second unused channel. However, as you can see now, it's very cool to practice. I really love to play with this. It's lovely. So, of course, the very expensive keyboards like SX900, if I remember well, have this chord progression stuff, and they are advertising, wow, this is super feature, you need to spend a lot of money to have this one. No, the truth is that you can buy the cheapest looper. This is not very cheap. I mean, it has this rhythmic part, which is really cool, because it, you know, make this time quantization to cut it to perfect rhythm. However, even the cheapest Boss looper could be used to play with this and have nice, you know, experience. So I think it's worth to think sometimes about your configuration, not, you know, throw away the older model and buy a new one, because very useful thing you can do if you have a lot of time to think about it and, you know, have some new ideas. So please give me in a comment, what do you think about this idea? Maybe you have any questions, or you would like to achieve something more interesting, something more sophisticated, and I really want to help you with building some stuff like this. So have a nice day and let's play something. Good luck and see you later. It was BB Walker. Have a nice day.